What does it mean to be let out? What does it mean to be on parole? What does it mean to be on probation? What's the purpose? What's the point of saying, okay, you're free to go back into society if you can't really function in society?
If you already feel that all odds are against you, you're no longer looking to prove yourself. You're looking to play on those odds.
My personal history is that I spent from 1990 until 1998, 16 months on Rikers Island, and then 7 years plus at Sing Sing. And you know, from making mistakes when I was young, I don't want to go into all the gory details, but I understand the entire process of becoming a number and then trying to reclaim your name afterward. And a lot of times it's not even the education and the opportunities are things that we can attain for ourselves relatively easily, but the difficulty is changing people's perceptions to sometimes help get those opportunities to the next level. Because I think there's a and I think most people would agree with me, there's a stigma, there's a scarlet letter that people wear that kind of makes you think that you can't achieve but so much.
I could sit in front of you in a suit and tie, right? And you perceive me as this nice young man, right? You check that box, everything changes, right? What you see, what you feel about me changes. And I think those things matter. And when it comes to academia, right, there's this idea that the individual, you know, theoretically is a change man, et cetera, right? You paid your dues, et cetera. But when you come here, you have to reacclimate not only to society but also to education. In my personal experience, I try to constantly dress in a way that does not indicate this idea of my bad past decisions, right? This idea of shirt and tie every day. Now I've gotten used to it at this point, but it was an uncomfortable idea of being this, of dressing like that other person, dressing like someone who wasn't a felon.
Folks who came in with belly shirts and fishnet shirts and all that, right? And acted out the semester, right? And the reality is that we have to address this thing, right? We have to be consistent and have uniformity, right? We all need to be on the same page.
When I was incarcerated with a group of individuals. My particular incarceration, I was to be incarcerated for 10 to 17 years. My brother as well, and because of a plea bargain that I took, while I was incarcerated, I was released early.
Close enough. That's better than the air, baby. That's better than the air right there. So we right here, and we decide that we're gonna rob a taxi. So we call a cab to our building and give them our actual address, right here. We get them the address. We take a garbage can from right here. We put the garbage in. We take the garbage bag and put it in the back of the trunk. I pull out the gun, and I go to rob him right in front of the building. He pulls off and almost runs me over, and these dudes laugh. So to show you, right, to show you where our mind was, right? And the beauty of it is that we had people outside, and older guys, that were encouraging us to do the nonsense stuff. You know what I mean? And so stuff like that, right? Is that as much as as nice neighborhood looks, it's if you got the individuals who didn't give you the support and kind of give you the right mindset, it's what you end up with, though. A few blocks down by my family, I figured is where I'd be killed at, but to kind of make it through here, and to be back here is kind of a good look, though. The emotion associated to the place, right? And how different things look, right? And how I thought, quite frankly, that I wouldn't make it out of here, and how honestly I felt like I'd probably die somewhere around here.
When I initially came, I was in the CUNY STAR program, and the CUNY STAR program was a part of LaGuardia, but it didn't feel like it was school, but it was different, right? I learned that I was good in math, right? I figured out that I was good in math, right? So it encouraged me to stay, right? So I asked the administrators if I could stay for both classes. So the way CUNY STAR work is that you'd be in class from 12 to 4, and you have another class from 5 to 9. So I would sit and stay from 12 until 9 every day, and when the administrators asked me why, I explained to them that if I leave here, I'm probably gonna get in trouble, right? So if you let me stay here, you'll be saving me from trouble.